background, we currently established a photonics prototyping facility to support the growth of photonics industry in South Africa, and it's been and the CSIR currently is in collaboration with in support with the DST is establishing this facility to actually take such technologies like digital lasers to prototypes to actually be able to have products that you can actually sell.
Dominic, let's bring into this conversation. Talk to us about Mintech and the research products that Mintech has undertaken.
I think Mintech has been established strategically to assist the mining sector in a way that we look at the processes, how can they be improved, and mainly the extraction processes to make sure that there is value add to what comes out of the mining industry. So since it's the establishment, Mintech has sort of positioned itself as a leader in the metallurgical and mineral extraction technology research in collaboration with other companies, including CSIR on other projects also. Yeah.
Talk to us about light and light-based technology, and this is the theme, in line with UN as well. Why is this important?
It's very, very important. If you think about it, prior to '94, majority of people in South Africa didn't have electricity, and from there on, most people are actually using firewood. I still remember using firewood at home for as a source of light and a source of energy for us to keep warm. And most people use what we call mbawula, and those are the most primitive methods of actually people to get sort of energy. And if you think about it, the side effects that have is like when you inhale such fumes, people get sick, and there's a lot of bad effects that happen. So if you think about it, if people start having access to electricity, means that they can have electrical light bulbs as a form of light. They have heaters as a form of actually keep warm and cook. So those side effects of health effects, now you can actually see now that there will not be such things happening in the future. So we need to learn a bit more for more fuel efficient. In our state, currently we need more fuel efficient light bulbs and light technologies. So that's why it's important for us to actually learn a bit more and understand what is it that on how these technologies work for us to actually benefit.
All right, Dominic, one of the exhibitions here in Mafikeng is drug discovery. Talk to us about that.
Yeah, I think the drug discovery comes from the point where, our main business being extraction, but we look at the product and we said what further can be done, and then so there's been a look into using, for example, the product from mining as sort of a catalyst in some of the treatment of other diseases and all of that. So that's part of the research that they've been looking into, just to look into what other products can be used, because they found that there is value in that. So through drug research, there is a lot of value add that they looked into, and they decided, okay, let's look at what can be used, for example, the PGMs, the platinum group metals product that can be used in drug discovery.
Okay, let's talk about careers for young people at Mintech. What kind of careers are available, accessible to them? I
think Mintech prides itself a lot into its intellectual capital, and then so we've got a host of scientists, engineers, and technologists, and all of that they are very much high caliber, mostly being trained through Mintech, where they get bursaries, and some of them we get them externally, and then we train them to sort of come and become the high caliber scientists that we have. So in terms of that, young people who are looking to be sort of careers in chemical engineering, metallurgy, chemistry, and other supporting careers like your scientists in maybe mineralogies and biotechnologies and all of that are part of the human capital intellect at Mintech.
Dr. Ngcobo, are we producing enough scientists and enough innovators in this country?
Well, I think that as time goes by, my observations that we are getting a lot of people now actually going to a science stream. I think that the most important thing now is actually establish more, I wouldn't say establish, but I would say encourage more people to go to a higher learning institution to actually learn a bit more about lasers. I wouldn't say lasers, photonics, because if you think about it, years back, there's more electronics-based technologies. Now it's more like light-based technologies that we have. We've got lasers actually on a daily basis. Someone has used a photonics-based technology. Even coming here, your street lights. Some of them use your light-based technologies which have just recently been developed. So there is a lot of opportunities out there, and most people, I would say that that they need to study science, because science is the future. I would say that if you look in terms of the world, the countries that are leading, they invest a lot of money into science. So I think that we should also invest a lot of money, and we should get our young people towards learning science at a very young age.
All right. Gentlemen, thank you so much for talking to us. Dr. Sandile Ngcobo, as well as Dominic Munama from Mintech, talking to us about innovation, science opportunities for young people. Is it accessible? Should we be putting more money into science? That's one question we'll probably have for the Minister, Naledi Pandor, later on at around 7:10. We'll speak to her about it. Is there enough money being put into science? Are there enough careers available in the science industry? Well, let's take a break. We're back after this. Stay with us.